Obviously, a great road effort, great finish to the season for us. Really came out of the gates up 15-3 of the first media. Knew that Washington would be, make a couple runs at us for sure. And the little guy, Corin Johnson, coming off the bench, kind of got them going. But we were able to hang on there. We played incredible offensively and on the glass. We had a hard time guarding them tonight. But it's funny, it's the exact opposite of our game in Pullman. Also, funny how that worked out, but we were fortunate enough to hang on and finish that thing out.
We will open it up to questions. Again, please, if you have a question, just use the hand icon. We'll start with Colton Clark from the Spokesman.
What impressed you the most about TJ's performance tonight? Obviously, career night and everything like that. What really stood out to you about what he was doing?
I didn't even know he had a career night. That's how oblivious I was. I knew he was playing well. He was super poised, really patient on all his decision-making offensively. It might have been, we watched Stand, story of Chris Jackson. I know those guys didn't really know. And Mahmoud might inspire TJ. The same faith. I don't know, but tapped into it any way you can. So just really, he's just really focused, poised, and like I said, I'll never put a ceiling on that young man because his mind is your most powerful tool, and he has a strong one. He's mentally really strong and physically strong, and just willing, growth mindset to get better at things, and just really focused is awesome.
Best offensive game of the year in Pac-12 play, and close to your best outright offensive game this season. Could you sense some extra fire in the guys? Rivalry. How can you explain the productive output after that first meeting?
I don't know, to be honest. I thought we were similarly prepared the first time we played them and we couldn't make a basket. But I think neither team could. And I think that could have been just a week in between games. We only had under normal rhythm maybe. And then late in the season, it gets harder to guard people. It's harder to keep people in front. And you'll see a lot of guys. You'll see scores like that a little bit. But it's nice. It's nice to have that. If we can be more consistent. We won a game shooting in the 20s against them last time, and won this one shooting 50, 40, and maybe 80. I don't know where we were from the line, but we took care of the ball. Only 10 turnovers and a lot of possessions. That's a good job.
And obviously, can you just talk about what this 6-game win streak, and then obviously capping it with a road win like that against the rivals, what that does for you guys and heading into next week?
I've been saying all year that our program's matured. Obviously we had 2 tough breaks at the beginning of the season without Deshaun and Miles. But I felt like our guys have been very coachable. They're like I said, we don't set a lot of goals. We just set out goals on improving. And there was moments there where, you're 10 and 15. It would have been easy for a team to kind of hang their head and play out the string, but these guys haven't, and they were healthy finally, fully healthy, and we've been pretty good when we're healthy. And just really proud of how they've hung in there and gotten better and better each game.
Any other questions for Coach? All right.
Yeah.
Thanks for sorry, go ahead.
So just Mo, of course, again, got to get your thoughts on him, and just kind of being as consistent as he's been. Is that just I guess earlier in the season, maybe you don't always expect it. Has it gotten to a point where you're just like, 15 and 10, 17 and 12, whatever, every game?
Yeah, no, I mean, he's just, you can tell how much more confident he is, how much more poised he is. I thought the one that was really, he looked up at the shot clock, saw there's 3 on the clock, and he just kind of sized up me and dotted a 15-footer right over her hand, and it's pretty good. I mean, he's starting to grow into his potential. He was a guy that suffered from all this obvious physical gifts, but just hadn't had the experience and done it. And he's come a long way from Prairie View. I'll tell you that. And like I said, his character is, impeccable. And he's just a great kid. And those guys, and him and Bomba, they'll always keep getting better and better. Character is the most important thing. We talk about this being a character development program. Well, they happen to have character coming in. They're only growing stronger. pulling other guys with him, and it's fun to watch.
What was your reaction to his that huge dunk he had with about 2 minutes left?
It looked like a cartoon character, like the eyes popped out probably. Bugs Bunny. But I could kind of see it coming away. As I saw Roddy kind of see it, and he flipped it to him. I knew I just hope he didn't get hurt, but he landed on his butt. So hopefully he's okay. But yeah, that was my first thought. Like, just don't be hurt. But it was impressive for sure. Similar to FA's dunk at SMU last year.
And kind of going back to this streak, and when you're meeting with guys, does it seem like much has changed in attitudes, and just like, can you sense that the guys are just that much more confident right now?
No, I think there's definitely, you can see it a little bit when they play, but like I said, our identity is woven into those two leaders, and they are very even keel. They never get too high, never get too low. You can tell watching them play and how they are as people. So they, like, I mean, times where like most had some stinkers, Prairie View and Colorado come to mind, and he's always bounced back. He's never hung his head. He's always gotten better. And Bamba struggled a little bit in the league with his hand. And then I think since UCLA, he just seems like he's been really playing well and just getting better and better. So really tickled with they're just growing up. They're still pretty young guys, sophomore and junior. And really, like I said, Bamba had to grow into becoming a full-time starter and main guy, and been the guy that's closed out games for us now. Kind of like Dwayne Wade a little bit, that for us. And then Mo, same deal, being the main guy, to play through him, learn how to do that. He only gets better and better. It's pretty awesome.
And another thing about Bamba, when he's 20 field goal attempts, obviously super efficient. Is that a thing, kind of let him go, when he's on a heater like that, or are you drawing up extra things for him when you just see how well he's shooting, or is it just
honestly, he's always had green light, and he's had some games where he's forced it and keeps forcing it, but he's kind of grown out of that. And you've got to, in order to grow, you have to give some guys some rope and some ability to make mistakes. And usually when you have that kind of attitude he has, and that kind of work ethic, and in his pride in the program, it's like, well, you want to invest in those guys. And if he makes some mistakes, and I can yell at him when he makes a bad decision, and he just keeps playing. He's kind of just lets it roll off his back, and just like I said, really mentally strong, and really good player.